Hello, Emmanuel Baptist, Denver, Katie and Noel Janz here. Greetings from San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. For those of you who don't know, we are full-time missionaries down in San Carlos. We've been here since October of 2019. And we are on mission with a Bible training center called Christian Educational Center. And SEC was established in 2010 with their main purpose, their main goal, to raise up and equip servant leaders who love the gospel, love Jesus, and that will later on go and bring biblical stability to the churches across Mexico. And that's been our desire to see all the students that come through our program grow in their walk with Christ, loving Christ more, and through it be able to transmit what they've learned in their communities to the people and their churches in their region. This year's student body is amazing. They're solid, they love Jesus, they're vulnerable, they're teachable. There's 11 in total, 6 men and 5 women, and we've just been blessed being able to get to know them. And both Katie and I, and of course our other leadership here at SEC, have witnessed some amazing things in these students' lives, some amazing stories of how they've grown spiritually. A couple in particular, one of the men expressed to me how he just started understanding what grace meant in his life. Undeserved kindness toward him through the cross. And that is a beautiful thing for his eyes to be open to the truths of the gospel. And as well for Katie, one of the women shared to her how for the first time she's just now understanding the gospel. And beforehand, where she was, the church that she grew up in and her family was super legalistic, and everything was set in stone and how to do this and how to do that. But now she's finding freedom in the gospel. And that's what we want to see in these students, and that's what is happening, and we give all the credit to God.
Every year we have different hardships. We expect there to be spiritual warfare. This year was no different. Our first 7 weeks were great, and things were going quite smoothly. And then one of our co-workers, one of our friends, his mom was on her deathbed, so he went to Mexico City to say goodbye. And so upon his return, he was ill. And so 4 of our staff members went into quarantine, him and his wife, and then our director and his wife, which are my parents. And unfortunately, Jose Luis, it was up and down. He would get a little bit better, and then he would get worse. And he passed away last week. And so as a team, we've really felt the loss as a student body, losing a teacher, a friend. It's been very difficult, but God has been faithful in the midst of suffering, and He has seen us through this. And the students, we've come out closer with everyone because of it. And so in that, it's been cool to see God at work, even in suffering. As far as the school, like Denver said, the students have been amazing. We are looking forward to finishing the next 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks to go. And future, we have one of our students from this year that we are actually training to be our secretary for next year, our administrator. So that falls on me. I'm looking forward to training her as baby number 2 is coming. So I won't be able to be in the office next year. So that's in our future. Some highlights that we have is we were able to purchase a home this year. Well, we will be purchasing a home for many years, but we've moved into a home. God provided a way for us to buy a home here in Mexico, so we are thrilled. The house we were renting sold a month, not even a month after we moved out, so it's been cool to see God's faithfulness in that. And then we're heading to Canada in a month and a half, so that baby number 2 can be born up there. We're very excited to catch up with Denver's family and some of my family up there. And yeah.
So Kitty and I, our roles at SEC look a little different between us. My main focus still is to study Spanish full-time so that one day I can enter into a full-time teaching position and be used to my fullest capacity. During the school season, I've been involved with leading a SAO, which is work detail for the students, also taking on photography, creating our yearbook. Also, I have the privilege of leading a devotional once a week for our leadership team, and I'm mentoring, which has been a really big challenge. And Katie, she's taken on the administrative part of things full time, as well as mentoring, and she taught a mod as well. So we've been knee deep into lots of good stuff, and we've really enjoyed it, and God's been faithful in using us there in those capacities. Some prayer requests. Obviously, as Kate mentioned, our team is feeling heavy-hearted with the loss of Jose Luis. And so we would love your prayers in that area, that the team, including Child and her family, would be undergirded with the grace and the peace of Jesus Christ, that his gospel would give us rest and hope, and that, he would just give us an abundance of grace as we continue, that we will also finish well, and that God would give us an abundance of energy as well to finish. And also for our personal needs. Continued good health for Katie in her pregnancy, for Noelle and for myself, emotionally, physically and spiritually, that we would continue just to rest in the gospel, and that we would encourage each other as a family. And also our financial needs. We've seen, God's been very gracious to us over the last year and a bit since we've been down here, but we have seen a drop in our support. And of course, we continue to trust in God and what He wants for us and what He knows what we need. And so just keep that in prayer, that we'll continue to trust in the Lord and His provision. Thank you, Emmanuel, for your continued support and prayer for us. And we greatly appreciate you and thank God for your involvement in our lives.